Your stillness is a storm in disguise, a tempest that shakes their world without a sound. Every calm breath you take is a riddle they cannot solve, a truth too sharp to ignore. In your quiet, they see themselves exposed, every flaw illuminated in the relentless clarity of your restraint. They rush to drown the silence with frantic words, their voices rising like waves crashing against unyielding cliffs. But you remain steadfast, unmoved, their chaos a reflection of your composure, their noise a testament to your power. Your calm is a blade honed to perfection, slicing through their pretense with a precision they can't withstand. While they flounder in their theatrics, desperate to hold the stage, you remain rooted, silent, deliberate, unshaken. Each moment you refuse to react is a quiet declaration of control, a mastery they can neither mimic nor comprehend. Their bluster, built on smoke and shallow pride, dissolves under the weight of your unwavering presence. Your stillness isn't just a stance, it's a reckoning, exposing every hollow boast and brittle facade they cling to. You dismantle their illusions with an elegance that requires no effort, a quiet power that transcends their desperate theatrics. While they scramble to assert dominance in a space they never truly owned, you remain a silent force, unmoved and undeniable. Their need for recognition is their downfall, every exaggerated gesture a confession of their insecurity. You don't chase approval, you don't even glance in its direction. Instead, your mere presence commands the atmosphere, shifting the balance without a sound. They circle you, caught between admiration and envy, unsure whether to emulate or escape. But their indecision is meaningless. You've already reshaped the narrative, and the room belongs to you, effortlessly. In the depths of your quiet, they flounder, gasping for footing in a battle you've already won by refusing to wage it. Their strategies falter, built on fragile foundations of noise and pretense, collapsing under the weight of your unyielding composure. They thrive in discord, feeding on the turmoil they sow, but your stillness is a mirror they cannot shatter, a reflection of their own fragility laid bare. You do not react. You do not engage. Their deceit withers in the face of your clarity, unable to root itself in the soil of your peace. Without chaos to shield them, they are exposed, and you, unshaken and unbothered, watch as their facade crumbles into nothing. They weave deception like threads in a web, hoping to ensnare you in their chaos, yet each lie only binds them tighter in their own trap. Their whispers, filled with cunning and doubt, scatter like smoke in the wind of your unshakable clarity. They mistake manipulation for power, failing to see that their own efforts betray them, revealing the cracks in their facade. While they flail in their attempts to unsettle you, your unwavering presence reflects a truth they cannot deny. Their schemes are powerless against a mind that sees through the fog. Desperation becomes their downfall, and your clarity becomes their undoing. You stand untouched as their schemes collapse under the weight of their own flaws, their intricate traps becoming prisons of their own making. Their unity, once paraded as strength, fractures the moment their games lose their grip. Guilt creeps in like a slow tide, followed by the bitter sting of shame, unraveling the fragile threads that held them together. What once appeared unbreakable reveals itself as brittle and hollow, alliances forged in convenience crumbling under the strain of failure. Without you as their scapegoat, their shared facade disintegrates, leaving them to turn on one another. Their strength was never real, only a fragile construct of ego and fear, and now, without a common enemy, they devour themselves in desperation. Their power thrives in the shadows of deception, where masks hide their true faces and lies bind them together. But the moment they meet someone impervious to their chaos, someone who sees through their charade, the fractures begin to show. It starts quietly, a fleeting glance, a shift in posture, but soon erupts into a cascade of accusations as they scramble to protect their carefully constructed images. Their unity dissolves into a battleground of egos, each one clawing to escape the fallout by exposing the others. In their desperation, they reveal what they've long hidden. They've worn their masks for so long that they've forgotten how to exist without them, and now the truth stands bare, unraveling them from within. You are the storm they never saw coming, the unshakable force that dismantles their carefully rehearsed games. Their schemes were built for a different kind of opponent, one who would meet them in the dirt, but you rise above, untouchable and unapologetic. They weren't ready for your strength because it doesn't rely on their rules. It exists beyond their reach, rooted in truth, not theatrics. Their betrayals, far from being your undoing, are the crucible that refines you, stripping away the false to reveal the indomitable. When their masks slip, it's not a moment of weakness, but an inevitable unraveling. They were always destined to fall, their lies unable to withstand the light of your authenticity. Betrayal isn't your downfall, it's your awakening, a revelation sharp as a blade, but just as transformative. It's the universe intervening, cutting away the ties that weigh you down, stripping you of illusions to reveal who truly belongs on your journey. In their act of turning against you, they unwittingly become the architects of your freedom, severing bonds that were never meant to last. Their treachery, meant to break you, instead empowers you with clarity, a gift they'll never comprehend. The irony lies in their intent. While they sought to diminish you, they only elevated you, leaving themselves behind as you rise, unburdened and unstoppable. Betrayal didn't just wound me, it shattered me, tearing apart the fragile illusions I had wrapped myself in. It wasn't a quiet lesson or a gentle nudge. It was a brutal reckoning, raw and unrelenting, that left me stripped bare, exposed to a pain I didn't think I could endure. But in that devastation, something extraordinary happened. The pieces that broke away weren't my strength. They were the parts holding me back, the cracks I had patched with misplaced trust. Their treachery didn't end me, it forged me. In the aftermath, I discovered a resilience I hadn't known existed, rising from the ruins, not as a victim, but as someone reborn, stronger and more whole than ever before. If this resonates with you, I want you to stand tall and speak your truth. Betrayal didn't break us. It awakened a force within us that is unstoppable. Let's unite and show the world that we are not only surviving, but thriving. Together, we are a testament to resilience, our strength forged in the fires of adversity. If you feel the call, join us. Hit subscribe to Lumination and tap that notification bell so you can keep receiving these essential light codes that will guide you on your journey to even greater power. Let's rise together, stronger than ever. Betrayal doesn't merely expose the lies of others, it reveals the hidden truths within you. It pushes you to confront your own vulnerabilities, those places within that allowed deception to flourish unchecked. It's a fierce purification, burning away innocence and replacing it with the sharp clarity of wisdom. Those who betray you believe they've claimed victory, but in truth, all they've done is expedite your evolution. In their betrayal, you find the gift of profound insight, clear vision that shows you not only who they truly are, but who you are without them in your life. And in that revelation, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more sovereign than ever before. Their betrayal is not a reflection of your weakness. It's a glaring testament to their own limitations. They couldn't meet your strength, nor could they endure the rawness of your truth, so they resorted to treachery. What they failed to realize is that in betraying you, they only revealed their own inadequacy. Their actions are an admission of their inability to stand alongside you, to embrace the depth of who you are. As the chaos settles, you emerge unscathed, whole and unbroken, while they remain ensnared in the tangled lies they wove, forever trapped in the consequences of their own choices. The sting of betrayal may cut deep, but its impact is fleeting compared to the strength it ignites within you. It refines your instincts, fortifies your determination, and deepens your understanding of who you truly are. What once seemed like a setback becomes a powerful revelation. Betrayal doesn't just test you, it transforms you. It doesn't crush the resilient, it molds them into something even more formidable. When you rise from the ashes of their deceit, you do so with a force they never anticipated. Your very existence begins to dismantle the false foundations they spent their lives building, exposing the fragility of everything they once thought was secure. You exude a power that no act of imitation can mimic, a raw, unfiltered truth that cuts through the darkness they've spent years trying to conceal. Your very presence forces them to face what they've desperately kept hidden, exposing the fractures in their carefully constructed facades. They aren't merely unsettled by you, they are paralyzed by fear, because your authenticity radiates with an intensity that no mask can ever replicate. You don't need deception to make your light shine. It burns naturally, brighter than any false front they could put up. They attempt to fight you with weapons forged in lies, but those weapons disintegrate before they even come close to you, powerless against the truth you embody. "No weapon formed against you shall prosper" isn't just a saying, it's the truth that defines your life. Their efforts to break you only serve to strengthen your resolve, each lie they spread about you a thread that ties their own fate to their deceit. While their words twist and turn, your name remains untarnished, untouched by the falsehoods they spin. They believed they could diminish your light with their whispers, but in doing so, they only made it shine brighter, illuminating everything they sought to hide. You are protected by a force they can never access, a divine power that flows through you and shields you in ways they will never comprehend. What they can never grasp is that the source of your strength is not something they can touch or corrupt. It's a part of you, unshakable and eternal. I've traveled this road, stood in spaces where my very existence unsettled them. Their unease was obvious, a desperate attempt to regain the control they thought they had lost. They believed their schemes, their manipulation, their words could shake me, but they underestimated what I was made of. Each move they made to tear me down only met with an unwavering force they couldn't understand. It wasn't fueled by rage or a desire for revenge. It was simply a deep-rooted certainty. I knew who I was, and no amount of their plotting could alter that truth. I didn't need to fight them. The universe took care of the battle for me, silently dismantling their plans with the quiet power of destiny. Their fear isn't born from anything you've done. It's a reaction to who you are. They see in you the very qualities they lack: courage, authenticity, and a deep connection to a force greater than themselves. It's not your actions that unsettle them. It's the truth of your being, the power you carry without even trying. Their fear drives them to strike, but each attempt to undermine you only reveals their own insecurities and limitations. You don't need to fight back because your mere presence is the answer. Just by existing, you disrupt their darkness, shining light into places they've worked so hard to keep hidden. And that is a power they will never understand, let alone touch. They can't comprehend how to fight someone who refuses to be manipulated, someone who refuses to conform to their rules. So they flounder, grasping at anything to regain control. But in the end, they only expose their own weaknesses. Let them. You were meant to challenge their hold, to shine light in the shadows they've worked so hard to cultivate. Their fear of you isn't a weight you carry, it's the confirmation of your purpose. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, and nothing they do can alter your course. Their attempts to break you only affirm that you're walking the path you're destined to walk, unshakable and true. When you choose silence, you take away their greatest weapon, the ability to provoke you. Their power thrives on pulling you into their chaos, on seeing you react, on baiting you into a battle that only serves their narrative. But your stillness shatters their illusion. It forces them to confront their own insecurities, their desperation for control. They expect noise, confrontation, a fight on their terms. What they don't expect is the quiet strength of someone who stands unwavering, unmoved by their turmoil. I've been in those moments when their accusations and rage were meant to push me into defense, to make me break. I stood there, silent, watching them reveal their own weaknesses, their plans crumbling under the weight of their own frustration. I didn't respond, didn't give them the satisfaction of seeing even the smallest crack in my composure. And when they were exhausted, drained by their own words, I was still standing, not because I couldn't speak, but because I understood that my voice wasn't necessary to win. Silence wasn't surrender, it was my power. Silence is not the absence of action. It is the art of restraint and precision. It's the quiet wisdom in knowing that not every battle requires a response, that sometimes the greatest victories come not from engaging, but from letting your opponent unravel in their own fury. As they expend their energy in chaos, you gain clarity. With each outburst, they reveal their tactics, their weaknesses, and their desperation. Meanwhile, you remain untouched, steadfast in your composure. Their noise only sharpens your focus, your calm growing stronger as theirs frays. Not everything requires your energy. Some things simply aren't worth your time. Silence forces them to confront the emptiness they try to mask with noise, and in doing so, you expose their own inadequacies. Your refusal to play by their rules unsettles them more than any confrontation could. They cannot control what they can't provoke, and they can't defeat what they don't understand. Let them flail in their futile attempts. You don't need to play their game to show who truly holds power. Your silence is not surrender. It's a calculated strategy, one that transforms their attempts into their own undoing. You wait, watching as they waste their energy, unaware that every move they make only strengthens your position. When the time is right, you will act. But until then, you hold your power close, unshaken, untouchable. Betrayal isn't a wound. It's a revelation in disguise, a moment of clarity that exposes the truth. Not every relationship is meant to endure, because not everyone is capable of handling the height to which you're destined to rise. Some people cross your path not to stay, but to teach you vital lessons, and once their purpose is fulfilled, they naturally fade. Their presence wasn't meant to be permanent, but their impact was. And in the end, it's their departure that clears the way for your next step forward. Their betrayal is the flame that burns away the illusions, leaving only the raw truth behind. It's not a reflection of your failure, but a testament to their inability to bear the weight of the path you're walking. When they break your trust, it's not a tragedy, it's your liberation. Throughout history, the greatest transformations have been born from betrayal. Those who were abandoned, sold out, or cast aside weren't destroyed, they were redirected. Just like Joseph, betrayed by his brothers and cast into the pit, their actions didn't defeat him, they propelled him toward his destiny. What they intended as harm became the very catalyst for his rise. Their betrayal wasn't the end of his story, it was the pivotal moment that set him on the path to greatness. The same is true for you. The ones who betrayed you thought they shut a door, but in reality, they only opened the way for something far greater than they could ever comprehend. Betrayal teaches lessons that loyalty never could. It strips away the layers of comfort and exposes the falsehoods you were unwilling to face. In its wake, it forces growth, pushing you to evolve beyond your old self. The ones who betray you aren't just causing pain, they're revealing truths you were blind to, showing you the parts of your life that no longer serve you. They become harsh but essential teachers, tearing away illusions, and in the process, guiding you back to your authentic self. Their actions aren't punishment, they are a divine redirection, steering you towards a path you may have never chosen for yourself, but one that aligns with your greater purpose. Betrayal doesn't strike at convenient times or when life feels fair. It happens when it's meant to, when it's necessary to rip away what's holding you back, creating space for what's destined to come next. Those who betray you believe they are pushing you back, but in reality, they are propelling you forward. Their actions remove the weight you never knew you were carrying, clearing your path for the next phase of your journey. Betrayal is not a setback. It is a catalyst, a sharpening of your vision and purpose. It carves away the unnecessary, leaving only what is essential for your growth. The ones who wronged you were never meant to walk the same path. Their departure is not a loss, but a divine redirection. With each act of disloyalty, they unknowingly fuel your transformation, turning their attempts to break you into the fuel for your rise. What is meant for you cannot be derailed, not even by their betrayal. They may have tried to stop you, but they've only pushed you closer to your destiny. Pain isn't your downfall, It's the force that propels you forward. Every ounce of negativity aimed at you is raw energy that you can transform into power. Their attempts to tear you down don't make you weaker. They refine your resilience, sharpening your resolve. You don't crumble beneath the weight of their malice. You rise, stronger with each blow. Pain, once transmuted, becomes the very strength that fuels your ascent. Their attacks are not obstacles, but stepping stones, each one lifting you higher. Their words, fueled by their own insecurities, speak not to your worth, but to their own limitations. When they hurl chaos in your direction, let it be the fire that forges you, not the one that consumes you. You are the alchemist of your own strength, and their negativity is just raw material for the power that lies within. When they tried to pull me into their turmoil, I didn't lower myself to their level. I chose to ascend instead. I let their noise fade into the distance, a mere hum in the background, while I concentrated on what truly mattered: building, creating, and progressing. Their attempts to sabotage me were nothing but distractions, and I refused to let them steer my course. My silence wasn't a sign of weakness or surrender. It was a calculated pause, a time of preparation. Every moment I stayed still, every second I chose not to react to their chaos, I was silently laying the groundwork for my next move. And when I did move, it was with a force that nothing could stop. You possess that same power within you. Every insult, every betrayal, every attempt to break you is raw material at your disposal. You have the choice to let it drag you down or to mold it into something far greater. They want you to sink into the chaos they thrive in, to react and become part of their disarray. But your true strength lies in your ability to rise above it all. Channel that pain into something meaningful. Transform it into purpose. Let their negativity fuel your creativity, your determination, your resilience. Their chaos is fleeting, but what you create from it, that will stand the test of time. Negativity only holds power if you grant it permission. They can throw their storms at you, but they can't touch you if you refuse to engage. Let them exhaust themselves in their futile attempts while you remain calm, conserving your energy for what truly matters. Turn their attacks into fuel for your journey, their doubts into the fire that propels you forward. Each move they make to hinder you is a clear sign of their fear of what you are capable of becoming. And when you rise, as you always will, their noise will fade into insignificance. They hope to see you break, but instead, they witness your strength. They wished for a reaction, but all they get is creation. Harness their chaos as the spark that ignites your transformation, and let their doubts fuel your journey. Each painful moment is an opportunity to turn adversity into power, a chance to show the world that their limitations can never define you. You are never truly alone in this battle. There are forces working behind the scenes, unseen but ever present, guiding and protecting you. Your ancestors, your spiritual guides, have fought battles before, both known and unknown, clearing the way for you to move forward. Every challenge you face has already been met in the spiritual realm, every obstacle accounted for. You may never witness the hands at work, but know that in the shadows they are weaving triumphs from what seemed like defeat, turning each attack into an instrument of your growth and elevation. Your victory is already written in the stars, and no amount of opposition can change that. These moments of synchronicity are no accident. The angel numbers you see, or that sudden burst of clarity, are not mere coincidences. They are messages from the universe, gentle reminders that you are exactly where you are meant to be. When 1111 catches your eye, or when an unexpected moment feels perfectly aligned, it's not random. It's confirmation that your path is divinely guided. If you pay attention, the signs are always there, quietly marking your journey. Even when the world around you feels uncertain, you are never truly alone in your struggles. While others may conspire against you, your guides are already at work, dismantling their efforts before they can take root. Each step you take is fortified by unseen hands, clearing the way for you to move forward unhindered. The betrayal, the schemes, the negativity, they all come at you, but they never touch you. The unseen forces protecting you don't merely watch, they act, intercepting every blow aimed your way and redirecting it before it can reach you. Your power is not a solitary force. It is backed by the strength and wisdom of generations who have walked before you, their resilience standing as a fortress no enemy can breach. Even when the attacks feel endless, when the road ahead appears clouded, their presence remains constant, unwavering. You are not just surviving, you are fortified, held up by an unshakable foundation that ensures your path remains unbroken. They are the quiet whispers that guide your intuition, the sudden pull in your gut that steers you away from harm. They are the unseen hands orchestrating the synchronicities that bring opportunities exactly when you need them, transforming closed doors into pathways to something greater. Their presence is unwavering, a constant force working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that no shadow can ever dim the light you're meant to shine. The battle you're facing is just a small piece of a much larger tapestry, and so is the protection that surrounds you. It's vast, it's ancient, and it is with you always, preparing the way for the greatness you are destined to fulfill. Your ancestors fought battles that you may never fully understand, but their strength, their sacrifices, and their triumphs are now yours to carry. They faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, yet they prevailed, and their legacy runs through your veins. You are the embodiment of their resilience, the living testament that their spirit is unbroken. They stand with you, through you, guiding you, ensuring that every step you take is protected and empowered. Trust in the signs, trust in the unseen forces, and move forward with unwavering confidence. Nothing can stand in your way, for their presence guarantees that your path is destined for greatness. Let go of what weighs you down, embrace the power that flows through you, and move boldly toward the future. Every wound, every betrayal, every bitter memory that once anchored you to the past has already lost its grip. Those burdens are no longer yours to bear. The hurt they caused, the lies they spun, the obstacles they threw in your path, they hold no weight in your life unless you allow them to. Their actions were never a reflection of your worth, but rather a testament to their own limitations. You don't rise by rehashing old conflicts or dwelling on what was done to you. You rise by embracing the new opportunities before you, stepping into the limitless abundance that is waiting to unfold. Leave the past behind, for it no longer defines you. The future is yours to claim. The most powerful form of revenge is not in retaliation, but in your transformation. Redirect every ounce of their negativity into the foundation of a future they will never understand. Channel your energy into growth, into creation, into aligning with the opportunities that elevate you to your highest potential. While they remain entangled in their petty schemes, you rise, unbothered and unstoppable. The doors they slam shut no longer matter, because abundance isn't something you chase. It's something you attract. As you align with your purpose, the floodgates open, and nothing they do can stop what is meant for you. Your focus is the force that shapes your reality. Pour it into the future you're creating, the visions, the people, the dreams that elevate you to places they can't even imagine. Stop allowing your energy to be siphoned by their drama. Every moment spent in pursuit of revenge robs you of the greatness that's yours to claim. You were never meant to dwell in their negativity or play in the mess they create. You were born to soar far beyond it, where their voices can't even touch you. Abundance is yours the moment you embrace it, not because of their validation, but through the alignment of your own purpose. You're not here to prove them wrong. You're here to prove that your own truth is all you need to succeed. Success is more than just a response. It's your transformation. Channel your energy into thriving and watch as the obstacles they placed in your way turn into stepping stones. The universe doesn't answer to anger or resentment. It answers to clarity. Sharpen your focus, align your intentions, and let your vision become an unstoppable force. What they tried to take from you no longer defines you. What you build with it is what truly matters. Let their betrayal lay the groundwork for your legacy, their doubt fueling the fire that propels you forward. Release them, their chaos, and all that no longer serves you. The abundance you seek is already here, waiting for you to claim it. You were never meant to be confined by their limitations. You were born to soar beyond them, to manifest with purpose, and live with an intensity that shakes the very ground beneath their feet. Your success isn't a response to their cruelty, it is a testament to your resilience. You are the force they never saw coming, the quiet strength they can neither grasp nor control. Your power doesn't need to roar, it is in your steady presence, your unwavering focus, and your ability to rise without flinching. As their chaos spirals, they mistake your stillness for weakness, not knowing that it's the calm before the storm they will never survive. You are not merely enduring their assaults, you are unraveling their every move with the power of your silence. Let them plot, let them whisper, for they are only digging their own graves, unaware that each of their schemes is a misstep toward their downfall. Their tricks have no place in your presence, where the truth radiates and illuminates their darkest corners. The lies they craft crumble before your authenticity, revealing the cracks in their foundation. You don't need to fight their shadows, for your light does all the work, exposing the frailty of their plans and leaving their efforts powerless against your unwavering strength. You were crafted for greatness, not to engage in their chaos, but to soar above it in a way that makes their actions irrelevant. Your strength lies not in fighting against their lies, but in affirming your own truth. You weren't chosen to seek their approval or validation, but because you possess the resilience to rise above any challenge, no matter how fierce. Their negativity, their betrayal, and their attempts to stifle you have no hold on you because your focus is always on what lies ahead. Your energy is untouchable, and as they falter under the weight of their own fear, you remain steadfast, rising, unshaken, and unstoppable. Their efforts to diminish you only highlight their own weaknesses, while you continue to rise, undeniable in your purpose and power. Now is the time to release every lingering attachment to their limitations, to stop glancing backward at those who were never meant to accompany you on your journey. They've played their part, and their presence no longer serves you. It's time to step fully into your purpose, unapologetic, unafraid, and unashamed. Your silence was the stage of your preparation, and now it's your actions that will define your power. Let your growth, your success, and your rise speak volumes, for they will outshine any of their manipulations. When you ascend, share your truth. Let it be a beacon for others, showing what resilience looks like, what power feels like, and what transformation unfolds when it's rooted in clarity and conviction. Your story isn't just yours, it's a call for others to step into their own strength, to claim their narrative, to rise above fear, speak boldly, roar loudly, and let your voice be the flame that sparks the same in others. This is your moment. Own it, and let the world witness the magnitude of your rise.